Okay, guys, Friday was not a huge day. It was actually pretty boring. A lot of people in chat said, hey, the market's up huge. I feel like we should be having more stuff to trade. But as I pointed out, the market was up huge because of the gap. I mean, it opened up here, and this is where it closed. So if you extend this out, I mean, we barely closed above the open. We went a little bit below it, a little bit above it, but actually a pretty narrow range. Not a great day trader's day. Get that off there, and then just look at the daily, and it's just a narrow range. So there wasn't a ton of opportunities, but I will use this. I want to follow up on a couple of videos I've made recently. One was a bounce play on BEAT. I'll take today's candle out of it. This is what it looked like when I said I had it on bounce watch. Then add today's candle. You might say, well, it didn't bounce, didn't make any money off of it. Actually, we did. On an intraday basis here, let me show you here. There's the opening candle today, 5-minute candle. And so then it started to come down, and you can see the volume here, biggest volume candle of the day. Anytime you're down 2 days big in a row like that, and then you start to go down big again on volume, I jumped on the mic right here on this green candle, said, hey, this looks like a possible bottom. Could be a good buy right in here, low of day stop. And that was, and we got, from the 735 area when I mentioned it, it got up over 780. So if you're a day trader, you understand that's a nice move, and plenty of money to be made in that. By the end of the day, it's back down and probably goes back on bounce watch tomorrow. It never did hit that $7 area that I talked about in the video last night, so it'll be on watch on Monday for a possible turn at or around, maybe even below 7. And then the other video I made recently was using the 200-day moving average to help with day trading, and FDO is a good example of that today. In that video, I talked about whenever you get a move, it's a 1 or 2 day move, especially down into or up into the 200-day, it's a good place to look for a reversal. Now let me show you how we traded this on an intraday basis. I actually traded this a couple times today. These are 2-minute candles, and the first time I called it long was over this candle right here. It had just broken the 200-day that I talked about, and the whole number 66. Okay, so I like the fact a lot of times you get what we call a wash and rinse or a stop run below the whole numbers, and you had the 200-day there. So I just called it long over that little green candle right there, which I think was 66.04, something like that. For about 6 minutes later, it's up to 66.50. Again, if you're a day trader, you understand the money that can be made right there on that bounce. It did come back down, and you can see it right there, came back down. Let me switch to 5-minute candles. There you go. Now, in that video that I made about the 200-day moving average to help with your day trading, I also talked about if a stock, as it bounced off the 200-day right here, a lot of times when they push down below it, again, remember, it came pretty far down Thursday, and then again today, if you get a push down significantly through it, oftentimes these things bounce back up and at the very least retest the moving average, okay? So, which was around 66 bucks. So I suggested a long right over this green candle around 65.40, I'm sorry. And if you notice, it ended up making it right back up to and even a little bit through 66. And what do you have on the daily? You get that little bottoming tail, and it closed right at the 200-day. Exactly what I said can happen. And knowing that and knowing how to use that, there was 2 trades in FDO that offered a profit today. All right. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.